Welcome back to another IFTTT video. In this video, what we will do is create a new applet, and the purpose of the applet is every time that I post a new article on my website, I want it to automatically tweet out to the world with the link to that said article. So let's jump in and see how we can do this. Relatively easy. Now before we can even begin, please be aware that you must have services already assigned to your IFTTT account. I happen to have my Twitter account, and which is author Matt Cole, as well as my WordPress website already linked into my IFTTT account to be used. So the first things first, on the main site, let's get into Get More, because we want to create this from scratch. Now realistically, you could probably go in and do a search, find an existing applet already created, grab that, make a copy, and massage it accordingly. But for the purpose of the video, I want us to do this from scratch. So I'll go ahead and choose Make It From Scratch. Now, you probably have seen my other videos, but in case you have not, If This Then That is the mnemonic for IFTTT, and what we're looking at is basically a trigger to be applied. Once that trigger has been done, then I want a result. So here's another way of looking at that. For the IFTTT process, an action must be done. This is your trigger. There is some conditions in which we can create, manipulate, massage that data, which will be then created out to a result. So a result's provided. So I always like to look at this as my inbound and my outbound. What am I doing to make this happen? What is the result of that action being done? So for this particular example, what we want is we want a new post on the WordPress site, some logic, some action, some manipulation to be done, and then a tweet is our result of that post. So let's take a look. First thing we need to do is create our initial service or tag, which will be our WordPress website. We can do a quick filter for WordPress website. Now our trigger, we have two options. Any new post to be triggered, or a new post with a distinct tag or category, which makes it very nice, because I may want, as a scenario, I may not want all my new posts to be having tweets. Maybe I can create new posts but have the tag tweet, and then only those to be tweeted out. And you can make multiple applets just like this with specific triggers to do other things. I'll give it a wild scenario. I want certain posts to be tweeted, so I would use this with a tag and maybe perhaps use that tag tweet. Maybe I want certain posts where I'll just have pictures on my post. I want those to be provided to the Instagram. I would use new post with tag and perhaps use Instagram as my tag to trigger this action, or the category to differentiate. You kind of see where I'm going with this. There's multiple ways and layers that you can do with IFTTT, but for the purpose of this particular video, we want all our new posts to be tweeted out to tell the world that a new post is on the website to read. Now that I have my trigger, I want to have a result, and that result is going to be with my Twitter feed. So I'll go ahead and filter it down quickly. Choose my Twitter. Now I have certain actions that are available to me. You can either do a post a tweet. It could post a tweet with a specific image. By the way, you can also put a link in there for an image if you want that image, like a logo, to always be present. Or you can update the profile picture or the bio. For right now, we're going to do a post a tweet. It's a real simple layout. On the tweet text, it defaults what they think you want. The post title is the title of the website post that you're going to create. The post URL is the actual link back into the website page or post that you created. Now, You can add additional information on here, content. You can expand this out by stating by author, whatever. Or you could even have it automatically create a new link to an additional link out. Perhaps you want to create these tweets to also promote your Facebook page or Instagram, etc., etc. Now, these are what are considered short codes, and these are specific codes within IFTTT that recognizes it. You can add additional short codes to your tweet. You're not limited to only to 2. You could erase these. You could create it to where it just spills out a specific text without any links. That is up to you. The goal in mind is what you're after. For this video, any new post, I want it to tweet that post with an update stating this is available. Notice you can also post content within, but keep in mind Twitter has a shortened specific text length, or the image of the URL, tags and categories, or even when it was published, to let the audience know when that post was created and available. For this one, we just want to do the title, and we want to do the URL, and I'm going to add just a couple additional deals to it. Let's go ahead and take this out. So what I'll do is I'll say post title has been created check it out at, and this will be the link. So my tweet should have the title of the post informing them it has been created and to check it out at said URL link, and then I'll have a period. Real simple, but for demonstration purpose it'll work perfectly for us. Hit create action once we like this. It's not the final step. The final step is to provide the description of our applet, and here you can massage this and make this any way. You can refine it down into the specifics. So at this one, it defaults any new post on the blog. It posts a tweet out to, and this is my handle for the Twitter feed. I like it. The notification is the ability for it to update your activity log. I have other videos showing you what the activity log is and how to look at that accordingly. I'll choose finish to go ahead and get this created. Now we have made the new connection. Our applet is created and complete. The connected tells us it's currently on. If we choose this, it will go into disconnected and effectively turning ours off. Now let's test it out. In order to test it out, we'll go into our WordPress. We'll add a new post. Go ahead and create one here, and we're going to just do this for demonstration purposes. So I'm not going to get expansive on this content here. So I'm going to title it with the new IFTTT created for the new book, because I have a first and second edition which is obviously becoming obsolete, and I'm creating these video courses for the new book in hand. Alright, I'll go ahead and add in my footer as well. Real simple. I'll go ahead and put it into the author talk. Now, once I publish this, then it should eventually trigger and then provide me a tweet with all of this information. Let me go ahead and add real quick. Alright, we'll hit publish. Now it has created it. I can do the view post, of course, and jump in and see that this is actually published now onto my website. Real simple, one sentence. Now what we'll do is we'll wait for it to be triggered out. So what we could do here is jump over to my Twitter feed, and I will just continue to go ahead and hit refresh until I will see that tweet come out. To save you guys time, I went ahead and continued to refresh until it actually popped into place. I put a timer on it, and it was around 11 minutes before it actually did result in an action on it. So let's look at this text that we provided. So here we see that it does provide the title, new IFTTT for new book been created. Let's look at our deal here. Let's go back. New IFTTT created for new book. New IFTTT created for new book. It has been created. Check it out at, and then here we have the link back into our original web post. Now something interesting is that IFTTT actually does change the link, similar to what you might see in a bit.ly or something of that nature. It shortens it down for you, but it is a link that would go back into that. So here's the whole thing here. New IFTTT new book, the author, which is myself. Soon you can purchase the 3rd edition of Utilizing IFTTT, which will come with a video course. And then I have the link back to my own website. So this is how you do it. This is a perfect example that will reduce redundancy, save you time, and hope you enjoyed it.